Hello, my name is Najat, and I specialize in Moroccan cuisine. Today, I will show you how to make beef tagine in the crockpot. Usually in Morocco, we use the clay tagine, but since it is not accessible everywhere, I will show you how to replace it with a crockpot. The crockpot is ideal for one-pot cooking. You can use it to make chicken or beef tagine with any vegetables you have on hand. If you are making a tagine with caramelized fruits instead, then simply cook the fruits separately as you would with a regular tagine. In the crockpot, there is a poultry setting and a meat setting. Let's select the meat option and add the beef in the pot. Then select the sauté option to start browning the meat. Time to add the spices. Salt, black pepper, ginger, turmeric, cinnamon. For the cinnamon, we use both ground cinnamon and cinnamon sticks, fermented butter, grated garlic, cinnamon sticks, saffron threads, I won't add the oil at this stage, just a little bit of water to sauté the meat with the spices. This technique allows the beef to absorb all the spices. Then we add the oil and onions. Let the meat simmer before stirring. Turn the beef a few times. So that it is fully coated with the spices. Then let it simmer for 5 minutes before adding the onions and oil. Now, let's add the onions and oil. We use both olive oil and vegetable oil. Mix again. I add a bouquet of parsley and cilantro, water. The crock pot requires more water than a tagine, but a lot less than a regular pot. We never pour the water directly on the meat, only around it. Let's cover the crock pot. As you can see, the pressure release valve is directed this way. But when we cover the crock pot, we switch it to the opposite direction so that the steam stays trapped inside and helps cook the meat. Now that the meat has been sautéed, let's click on Stop. We'll switch to the slow cooking option and set the timer. We select the slow cook option. Here, you can adjust the timing. I chose 7 hours. Click on Start. For the tagine topping, I chose to add caramelized prunes. Feel free to choose the toppings that you like. You can, for example, use dried apricots or raisins. Let's caramelize the prunes. The prunes have been rinsed. I add cinnamon sticks, butter, ground cinnamon, and enough water to caramelize the prunes. After adding the water, I add the honey Let's cover the pot and turn on the heat. The water evaporates almost totally when the prunes are caramelized. I add orange blossom water and let it cook for 1 more minute. 7 hours have passed, so let's check on the meat. Once again, change the direction of the pressure release valve so that the steam is not released directly on your hands. Check that the meat is done using a fork. The meat is cooked through and we have enough sauce to serve with the tagine. Serve the sauce on top of the meat. The beef and prune tagine is ready. Enjoy.